All right, here we go, man. With my main man, Carson. Carson's gonna be doing something a little bit different today. Mark, let me see what we're looking at. All right, so this is what we're looking for. Yeah, you want the part like that too?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do the fade first and then come back and cut this off. Good, it doesn't have too hard of a disconnect at all. Still connected pretty well. First thing I'm gonna do is put my ball line in for the mid fade. As you can see, he had 2 previous lines before, so I'm gonna have to fade them out. I'm gonna start one side, take it to the halfway point, come to the other side, repeat the same thing. Again, since we're doing the mid fade, starting in the middle of the C cut. Yeah, meet it in the middle here. Clean this up. I don't have to get it super clean because I'm gonna end up using the shaver anyway, but want to knock it down the best I can. Especially with the kids, man, you want to make sure you keep the hair off of them as much as possible. My main man, Carson, he does a great job using his words and tells me whenever he wants me to get the hair off his face, right, Carson? What I see a lot of people do is that they try to treat the kids a little bit differently. I try to treat them like young adults. You know what I mean? I talk to them, communicate with them. I'm not silent when I cut their hair. I like to get to know them. Carson's my buddy. I know Carson likes football. Very first year playing, if I remember right. Yeah. Now I'm coming in with my Babyless UV single foil shaver. My favorite shaver. When I'm doing my shaver, I don't take it all the way up to my guy line. I kind of leave literally like a 2 centimeter line there. What I found myself doing early on in my career is that I would take it all the way up to that line. It would be so much harder to fade that line out. So this is a trick I've done over the years that kind of helped prevent me doing that, is that I kind of just leave a little bit of line there and I come and clean it up with my trimmer, almost giving it like a natural blend look already. I know some people that like to just leave their shaver for the end of the haircut. Me personally, I like doing my shaver in the beginning. You can't go wrong either which way. I mean, my main man, S-Crap Blends, he typically does his at the end. He does an immaculate job. So just find what fits you. So as you can see, there's still like a faint line there. I just take my trimmer and just come right underneath it. And it's almost like the starting of my fade. And you're the barbering game and you're having a hard time getting that initial guy line out, I think this would be extremely beneficial for you to put into your arsenal. All right, we're gonna start with the lever all the way open, about a 1/2 inch guide line. I'm gonna go ahead and take it up to that second line just so I can get that thing out of there. Getting real good, middle. Major shout out to Barber Josh OP, soft brush, and close. Again, I'm not looking for it to be perfect right away. I'll come back and do all my detailing a little bit later. I'm gonna go ahead and just go through my steps. If I have to go reverse with it, I'll just go ahead and go reverse, just so, you know, make sure I make it more gradient. What I've learned and what I want to be better at is I want to be efficient, right? I have 3 of the same clipper, almost 3 of the same blades. And for efficiency purposes, I have 1 to take the ball line out, 1 to set my initial guide line, and then the other to take my guide line underneath that out. This is a little hack that you might potentially be able to use. I'm not saying you have to go buy 3 of the same clipper. I'm just saying I'm blessed to have 3 of the same one because I like it that much. And it's helped me become more efficient in the barbershop. So this is the one all the way open. Send that guide line about a 1/2 inch on top of the initial guide line. It's open. I'm gonna go middle. And then I'm gonna close it all the way. And again, if I'm gonna reverse engineer it, go ahead. All the way up. This is my half guard. I'm gonna come right underneath it and go ahead and take that guide line out right there. I usually like to do 2 passes before I notch it down. Take it halfway down for me. And you can see that line coming up out of there. And even with me explaining it, we literally just almost completed the base of this fade in what, about 5 minutes. I'm gonna kill this little ridge right here. He doesn't want to undercut, they still want this to be connected to the sides. All right, but I'm gonna come with the 2 open. And I'm not gonna be digging into his head. I'm gonna come right off the shape of his head. You'll notice if you put a comb on his head, that's the shape of his head. So I'm gonna bring the clipper straight up and down. I'm not gonna tilt it in. It's not an aggressive flick out motion, it's just coming off the shape of his head. And then anything above a 1 1/2, I go open, close on. So all the way open, so all the way closed now. And then soften that bad boy up. One of the most common mistakes I see a lot of barbers do in the beginning of their career, they make their guidelines too small. So I know me in the beginning, this used to be one of my first guidelines. That's giving you no room to work with. An easy way to measure your guideline, you want it to at least be as fat as your own finger, okay? About a 1/2 inch. Once I started understanding, major shout out to Matt Gifted Hands for kind of staying on me about compressed fades. All right, there's a time and place for all of it, but all my fades were looking super compressed until I started spreading out my initial guideline. All my guidelines, to be honest with you, to at least a 1/2 inch. So if you look at this, you can definitely already tell the difference as far as how much wider that is about a finger's length, okay? Give yourself area to work in so that way your fade comes out more gradient. All right, I'm gonna go right to the halfway point. And we're gonna close that bad boy. Don't be scared to stretch the client's head. You see how much more of a flatter surface that is for you to feed the hair to your clipper? All the way open, 1, next guideline. Just You see, guideline again, about a finger length. Middle.
My battery.
Close. Yep. Yep. Got the 1.5 guard. All right, I like to use my half and my 1.5 guard halfway. Soften up that harsh guideline right there. Half. I'm gonna start all the way open. Next guard up all the way open, the 1. Soften that up a little bit. Again, this is a little bit of detailing. Detailing clippers right here, the JRL 2020. It has 2 different motor speeds on it. I gotta charge mine.
That's a quiet clipper.
Oh yeah, super quiet. I like to do one side, do the other, and then connect it in the back. I break down my haircuts into 3 sections, 1, 2, and 3. Back of the head is usually toughest getting the ball line out. So sometimes you may have to take your trimmer, come right underneath it just to get the line out all the way. All the way open. No, I did not do it. Detailed, and I can do now. I got the fade all the way done. Again, get them ready to put this part in, line them up, take a little bit off the top, and get dog Carson up out the way. You know what's so funny? Carson said he was gonna be my kid model even before this opportunity presented itself. And look, he's actually the first kid I'm recording a tutorial for. You know that, Carson? Well, you know now, buddy. You're my first one. So we're gonna trim a little bit at the top, 8 guard. Oh, you got some product in here, huh? You got some of that gel in there for school? Oh, it's all good. Great teaching point. Make sure your client don't have product in their hair before you try to pass the card through their curls. Again, this is a great hat for kids, especially kids don't like hair in their face. Put your hand in front of their face so your hand can catch the hair that would normally have fell on their face. It's not gonna stop all the hair, but at least it stops the majority of it. Hey man, 245 airbrush cleaner to me is one of the best, if not the best airbrush cleaner in the industry because it's very simple. It's gonna clean it, it's gonna do a deep clean, it's gonna get rid of all the old clutter that may be in your gun. More importantly, it's gonna be protecting the metal. A lot of these airbrush cleaners are just destroying your gun from the inside out and you don't even know it. But with 245, it won't do that, all right? Very easy to apply, simple nozzle that you put right here and literally have your thing spraying like brand new. One open with the grain. There's little baby hairs up here. Don't want to take it too light. Still want to keep it dark. Yeah, a slight little pushback right here. I'm gonna correct, as you can see. Not gonna take it far back though. Still want to have a little slight C cut. Start the corner here. Little trick, if there's a harsh line, you can take your trimmer, reverse it. Best ways to check the lineup is stand behind your client, looking at the mirror. I think it's one of the best ways to do it. See this side go up, just a tap. Oh, don't move it, don't move it. You know, it's the most important part of the haircut. You want the part right here, or you want to start here and then go over there?
The first one.
Okay, cool. I like to stamp my parts first, kind of stamping the hair, and then I go in more aggressively. Ooh, check him out. Check him out, bro. Got my 245 shade gel, partner up with my 245 razor, man. Oh yeah? Exposed razor is extremely beneficial when you're doing parts or designs. 245 razor comes with 3 levels of exposure: regular, medium, and high, or all the way exposed. Medium and all the way exposed is my favorite. Hold the skin down, making it more firm, especially for the kids. You know, I don't use razor on all kids, just the ones that I know that can handle it. My boy Carson here can handle it. Shout out to Iced Out Barber, her silk mousse foam, curly hair, and for waves. So, see how it does on his hair. You see them curls starting to pop already. Good dress. I wonder how long it's gonna take you to notice, Carson. All right, you know how you got, sometimes you have overhang hair? Take a pair of shears and just go right in the part to capture all those overhang hair that you may have. That way your part is that much smoother. You gotta smile for me. Hey, there it is. There it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.